Hi there, my name is Maeve, and whether you've been with me before or you're just arriving, my goal is to inspire more self awareness and to communicate more compassionately with ourselves and others. One of my main takeaways from nonviolent communication has been to help me empathize with myself better and to express appreciation more effectively and more genuinely, both for others and for myself. There was a time when I thought self-growth meant talking myself out of my feelings. Now I know it's about talking to them, like a good friend who finally stopped ghosting her own heart. Whenever negative thoughts creep in and try to say, "Oh, I was such an idiot," nonviolent communication helps me have more compassion. And when I pause and translate that judgment into feelings and needs, it becomes something like, I'm hearing the thought that I was an idiot, and I imagine I'm feeling shame because I long to be seen and cherished for the love that I gave. Part of me feels regret because the depth of connection mattered so much to me and I wanted it to last. I feel hurt and I'm yearning for reassurance that I'm lovable as I am. I feel sadness when I think about this man because I had a dream of building a life together and I wanted shared devotion. I notice tension in my body when I replay the past and I realize I'm needing peace and to remember that my worth isn't tied to his response. The truth is, calling myself an idiot only covered the ache of innocence. Part of me that just wanted to trust someone's words and intentions. What I love about nonviolent communication is that it shifts focus from what's wrong with us to what we're truly longing for. That single shift creates a more peaceful state of mind because when you understand what you need, you stop being a battlefield to yourself. I heard a quote, "That which triggers you has the power to control you." So learning to pause, to name what we feel and what we need, gives us our freedom back. It also helps with resentment and self-judgment. Like instead of replaying what someone said and spiraling, I can ask, am I hurt because I wanted understanding? Am I angry because I needed honesty? When you empathize with the need underneath the trigger, it stops owning you. Let's talk about the art of appreciation. One of the most beautiful and often awkward parts of nonviolent communication is learning how to express and receive appreciation. Sometimes compliments, as sweet as they sound, are actually judgments. Things like, "You did a good job," "It was nice to see you," "You're such a generous person." All of these are nice, but they don't tell someone why their actions meant something to you. Another common one is, "You're beautiful." So, nonviolent communication breaks appreciation into three components: the actions that contributed to your well being, the needs of yours that were fulfilled, and the feelings that arose when those needs were met. I remember wanting to tell Chris Williamson recently when I saw him at a show, "Your voice has brought me so much comfort during my hardest season, and I'm so grateful that through your podcast I learned how men and women bond differently. It helped me understand relationship dynamics so much better." Nonviolent communication is not flattery, it's connection that says, "You impacted my world, and here's how." So, learning to receive appreciation. Receiving appreciation can often be just as vulnerable as giving it. We're often taught to deflect it, to shrink, or laugh it off, but nonviolent communication encourages us to receive with empathy. There are two common ways that we receive compliments in unideal ways, with either false humility or superiority. Underneath our discomfort, most of us are starving to be genuinely seen. So here's an example of false humility. Someone says, "You're such a good listener. I love how quiet and calm you are." And you say, "Oh, I just never have much to say." But what's happening is you appear humble, but the silence is rooted in fear, not serenity. The compliment reinforces suppression rather than connection, rewarding you for staying small instead of for your presence. This kind of false humility often grows from past experiences where speaking up led to punishment, ridicule, or rejection. The person has learned that safety means disappearing, so their good listening is actually self-protection in disguise. A nonviolent communication translation could be, when you say that, I notice a part of me shrink a little. I feel torn, warm that you enjoy my presence, and sad that I often hold back my own voice because I value both understanding others and being heard myself. And so an authentic response could look like, thank you. It means a lot that you feel understood with me. I'm also learning to share more of my own thoughts so I can connect with you from both sides of the conversation. And superiority is achievement mistaken for connection. So they could compliment, wow, your body looks amazing. You're in such great shape. And they respond, yeah, I worked really hard for it. I'm super disciplined. What's happening is the response sounds confident, but it subtly creates a distance instead of connection. Rather than receiving the appreciation, the focus shifts to self importance and effort, which can unintentionally block mutual warmth. The deeper dynamic, when someone has tied their worth to achievement or control, compliments can trigger a defense mechanism of proving rather than allowing. It's a way to avoid vulnerability, to keep love earned, not given freely. And so a translation could be, when I hear your compliment, I notice pride rising in me. I feel grateful and also a little guarded because I want recognition for my effort, but also genuine connection, not just admiration. And so they could say, thank you, that means a lot. I've been working hard on my health, so it feels good to know that that energy is visible. Despite often feeling uncomfortable receiving appreciation, most of us deeply yearn to be genuinely recognized and appreciated. I invite you to overcome the reluctance in expressing appreciation. It can be vulnerable to express appreciation for someone in such a genuine way that touches their heart. For me, since I heard so much criticism growing up and lost so many connections that were meaningful to me, I made a lot of effort to express appreciation when I felt it and when I genuinely didn't know how long I had with a person, sensing that the spark we shared could fade at any moment. Especially during COVID, I didn't have any certainty that I would ever see my best friend in the UK ever again when the world shut down. And so I often shared how much his presence meant to me and how much I valued his energy and beauty and the very special life-changing experiences that we shared when he showed me around London. I didn't expect to get emotional. Um, and it turns out that I haven't seen him anyway since that relationship turned out to be more of a trauma bond than a fairy tale. That's a story for another day. I still don't regret showing up fully and expressing as much as I could when I had the chance, because that's what appreciation really is, showing up with your whole heart, knowing that it's temporary. And so if you take anything from this video, let it be this. The way you speak to yourself is the foundation for how you'll speak to everyone else. Replace what's wrong with me with what am I needing. Replace they don't care with I'm longing for care. Replace I'm an idiot with I was trying to love deeply and that's something worth celebrating. Nonviolent communication is not about being nice, it's about being real. And being real is the kindest thing you can ever do for your soul. Let's live lucid. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, Our presence automatically liberates others. That is a quote or an excerpt from Marianne Williamson from her book, A Return to Love, Reflections on the Principles of A Course in Miracles. So let's shine brighter and inspire the world around us to shine as well. Thank you. Bless you. So the topics I've discussed today come from this book by Marshall Rosenberg. I highly recommend that you grab yourself a copy. It was one of the most life-changing books I ever read, and I think the world would be a better place if everyone could read it. You can grab yourself a copy using my affiliate link below, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here.